There I am. Oh, wow, the chat is... There it is, okay. Actually going to move that over here. Hello, everyone. My name is Decker Link, the trained unprofessional, and I'm here to do something I hate doing. I just put out the tweet mentioning that this is happening at all, and there was no announcement that this was going to happen or anything like that. There has been a surprising lack, I guess, surprising, not surprising lack of notification about a lot of bad things going on lately. The whole world is dealing with this in a variety of ways, and this shit that's going around is hitting everyone in a variety of different ways, some more severe than others. And for me, it had been hitting us. It had made things already difficult. We've had to make a lot of adjustments, but none more so than right now. There's only a few people here right now, but hopefully more people show up as the word goes out. There we go. Send that out here. Boop. Oh, God. Get rid of that. Yeah, there we go. First of all, hello, Shiro Gani-chan, Gane-chan, 17 Toshi, hello, Unknown123, hello to you as well. Yes, unfortunately something did happen. So, for those of you who keep up with my second channel or have maybe heard me mention it a time or two, I work at a retail store, non-specific, not saying names so I don't get in trouble store. And what is that noise? I don't know what that is. There's just some sort of like dun 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 thing happening. Oh, hi, Mom. I was just about to explain what's going on. So I work at a retail store. Yeah, the description kind of goes into it a bit. I didn't work for an essential business. Those are the people who are fucking high sun. Those are the people that are really, really sacrificing a lot right now. I couldn't sing their praises enough if I even had enough voice to do so. But my job was for a non-essential retailer that didn't agree with that classification. And so there was a long history going, well, not long history because all this shit is recent, but there has been a history of them insisting on staying open when they shouldn't be, and basically staying open until they get caught and shut down store by store. Again, I'm not saying who I work for, because, you know, it'd be really easy to fire people right now. But we had been operating under a limited system of delivery at door, curbside delivery type of thing. So there was no customers coming into the store. But we were accepting like credit card transactions at the door. And so there was still customer contact. So the whole thing was it was minimizing the exposure, but it wasn't eliminating it. And so it was in violation of I live in Illinois, which is always so weird to say, because I haven't even lived in Illinois for a year, but it's all good. It's all good, Toshi. They did. They closed the store I work at. They didn't close it like 100%. They didn't shut it down forever, but basically we're not allowed to continue operations until we are told we can again. And another store in a neighboring district has been down for over a week under similar circumstances. So the hope that we will eventually get clearance soon is not, it's not a rational hope. So what does that mean for me? Well, I filed for unemployment for the first time in my life. I've been fortunate in that regard. That's not a brag, mind you. That's something that I was fortunate enough to not have to deal with until this point, because usually I would leave a job before the job got tired of me. I had less patience than my employers, but I filed for unemployment, and I didn't get a very confident response. I'm not due to have my decision until the 19th, which, if I'm looking at the calendar correctly, is a Sunday, so I probably won't get it then. They said it could take anywhere between that day, maybe 2 weeks. You know, you've got millions of people every week filing for unemployment, unprecedented numbers of unemployment filings, and so to expect fast turnaround on that would be irrational on my part, though it is tempting, given the circumstances, to really want fast turnaround. Holy crap, chef. Thank you. Geez. I would say, if it's at all possible, I do not want to sound ungrateful, because that is fucking awesome. Thank you. But if you are planning on sprinkling in any more of those things, any more donations, try to do them through the paypal.me link down below, or if you need Cash App or anything like that, because with Super Chat donations, not only does YouTube take a sizable chunk of every Super Chat donation, but I won't actually get any of it. Oh, fuck. I won't actually get any of it until I reach a certain threshold of 100, and considering they keep taking such a large chunk, I don't know what the exact percentage is. It takes a long time for me to get to that $100 threshold. So if you do plan on doing any more donations, chef, which thank you for that one, by the way. Again, I don't want to sound ungrateful. Really, thank you. If you are planning on doing any more, or if anyone is planning on doing any more, please do them through the paypal.me link in the description, because that is pretty much the best way to get it to me as quick as possible. I see Chef left a comment on a video as well. The voice you give Kenji has transformed him from an insecure boy who might have been friend-zoned one too many times into a very nefarious supervillain, and I am here for it 100%. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, God. So, that's what I'm here for. I don't have a lot of things certain right now. We've got my income that's been slashed. Bree's still working. She's working from home, but her job's been trying to dick her around a little bit. So that might be a worry in the future, but for right now, it's still fine. Still got Patreon coming through, thank goodness. So I still have that, but it's not only not certain, but it's also not a lot. In the grand scheme of things, it's still fucking amazing what I'm getting. I don't want to sound ungrateful in any way, shape, or form. Mom, if you're still watching, you can tell I'm struggling to break the programming that I learned from Dad's side of the family, where you don't ask for fucking money. How are you? I've been watching you since the very start of your repeat series. Well, thank you, Alpha Wolf. That's very, very nice of you. That's been a long time. That'd be late 2016, or it was early 2017. So that's 3 years, man. Thanks. Financial crisis, disgusting. Right? There's always fucking something. I just realized I'm going to move the paypal.me link actually to the top of the description. Raccoon, €2. Take my last €2, god damn it. Thank you for the euros, Raccoon. I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Thanks. Bless you! Bree's in the living room doing work. It's fucking Friday night and she's still doing work. But I moved the PayPal link to the top of the description, so hopefully that can be seen easier. I absolutely hate asking people for money. I really do. And it's better than nothing. Exactly, Raccoon. Every little bit fucking helps right now. And I know, especially right now, asking people for help financially is like the worst thing, because everybody's hurting for money right now. Everybody. There's millions of people. Like I said earlier, I think it was last week, there was five, almost 6 million people filed for unemployment just last week alone. So there's not a lot of money going around right now. So right now asking if people can help financially is just like impossible. But growing up, it was just something that I was accustomed to believing was not an acceptable thing. I grew up, not in a very, we were not well off, to say the least. But, pride is a hard thing to kick. And I'm not saying there's nothing, you can't have pride and also ask for help. What I mean is like being so proud that you would refuse to ask for help. And I don't know that it's pride, but there's certainly a part of me that just thinks like it's not okay to do. And it sucks. It really sucks that for whatever reason, that is the lesson I learned. But, that's, in order to learn a lesson, you not only have to be exposed to the lesson, but you have to accept it as truth. And so I'm not ditching all the responsibility involved in this situation. I hope you recover from that. By the way, I love your gameplay of Adastra. Thank you. I have 3 videos already edited and ready to be put out there. to one every day for the next 3 days. I also have 8 videos that I've already recorded and have yet to edit. The next episode of Adastra will be coming out tomorrow. It'll be episode 32. And that, I believe, will be the second episode of the second to last update that will be until the game is ended. That's nuts, isn't it? It's weird to fucking think that. Raccoon says, I can't say that I know how it feels, but hell, I have heard that things in America are bad for the low-income people currently. Yes, it is. It absolutely blows my fucking mind that, you know, there are countries over the world that are entirely shut down, like closed. The whole country is fucking closed. And yet, there are governors in my country, the country that has the most cases and the most deaths, that are talking about reopening. And there's sheriffs talking about not enforcing the laws, the stay-at-home laws. And they're complaining about their fucking... What? The last update for Adastra comes out today? Oh, shit. Oh, the other guy, yeet from across the sea, bruh. Hope American money transfer is over all right. It will transfer into into my AdSense account, and YouTube takes a big chunk of that stuff. But hopefully they get to it soon. I would recommend, if you are planning on donating, see, there you go, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate that. The PayPal link is the better alternative than the Super Chats, but I still appreciate them. Don't get me wrong. Thank you, Mom, for giving 20 through PayPal. Sanctify, hello Sanctify. They say, I sadly don't have any money, but I do want to say I love you and your vids, and I hope you keep growing as a person and that you get through this dumb craziness. Much love, Peep. Oh, that's fucking nice. Thank you. Raccoon says, I think I should play the update of Adastra then. That should lift my spirits. Has the update come out? You said that it is coming out today. Has it come out already? If so, well, I can't really play it on the stream because I have the episode coming out tomorrow for it. And so I'd be playing it out of order. Toshi, some people see it as a pride thing, but some are just ashamed of asking. In my situation, well, I'm too shy to ask. At least you're trying to get over this. I am. Raccoon's thanking my mom. Chef says, well, the last update comes out for patrons. Oh, okay. Not a patron myself. Don't have money to spare, but even when I was able to be patrons, I remember having an agreement with Shirokoi where it was like, you can play the video, you can play the update, have the video for the update come out the same day that it goes public, but don't produce a video of the update that's patron exclusive until that happens. I remember one of my first interactions with Uki Cookie was when he had put out I believe a repeat update video, a repeat episode of a patron exclusive build, and I was like, is that, I'm not allowed to do that. Did you ask? Is that? And then I was like, this is not a good first impression. Thank you, Unknown. I hope you stay safe too. I really hope you do. I hope everyone does. I don't want anyone to be risky. And that's another thing is like, I need help right now. I really fucking do. But I wouldn't want anyone to donate when it's at a risk for them. I don't want, because everyone's going through a financial crisis right now. I don't want anyone who's like, I have like no money, but he needs it, or I enjoy him, so I'll give him the money. I've had people tell me that they did that before. They're like, oh, I can just eat tomorrow. And I'm like, no, that's not cool. Any plans getting some Tennis Ace videos up in the future? I'm feeling curious. Tennis Ace, I did do the update video where I had all those problems technically, but I got all the routes updated. I could do a Tennis Ace episode. I just, with Adastra winding down, and then with the smoke room starting to build up, that's been like stealing all of my attention. But that yeah, I'm glad to play more Tennessees. I've got no problem playing Tennessees again. I just haven't gotten around to it. And that and Katawa Shoujo has been such a personal success for me, not so much a YouTube success, because way less people are watching the Katawa Shoujo episodes on my channel than any other series I'm currently doing. But but like Bree's really enjoying it, and my friend Caleb's really enjoying it. Like people in my personal life are watching it for the first time, because there's like no one in my personal life that actually really enjoys what I do, and that's understandable. Like they support it, but they don't watch themselves because like they don't enjoy it. It's not a story they're interested in or something like that. Or they'd rather just play the game themselves if they are interested in it, so they don't have to deal with my delays, my commentary, stuff like that. They'd rather just read the fucking thing because they like reading it. But with Katawa Shoujo, Caleb and Bree, they both have already played it, and so they're really interested in seeing what I do for it. Thankfully, you're not at risk. Don't worry about that. I appreciate that. I will be finishing Adastra as soon as possible, like the day that that update comes out. Especially now that I don't have to go to fucking work. I will be playing that ASAP. And you love the Kayato thing as well. Toshi asks, just wondering, but did extracurricular activities end? No, it did not. Same thing as with Tennis. I just sort of got sidetracked with some of the Echo Project games, either ending or starting out or stuff like that, and of course trying to do other games, trying to bring in other series to kind of freshen things up and play stuff that's new and see what people think about it. As a matter of fact, someone asked, Alpha Wolf Gamer, they asked, have you looked into Socially Awkward? It's still in the works, but amazing so far. I have. As Raccoon pointed out, I did in fact play so far one episode of Socially Awkward, and I think the writing has some work to be done on it, but I think the presentation's really nice. Sometimes the art is a little like wonky, but I love the expression work on the main character. I think if it's given more attention to writing, like establishing scenery, relationships, character, stuff like that, setting, not scenery, then I think it could be amazing. It's just hard to really get invested in another first day at a new school or even just school-based visual novels, because holy fuck, I'm playing so many of those things. I don't have Chernobyl says I don't have any money, but I'll keep watching. I love watching Katawa Shoujo. I'm only on episode 6, but yeah, thank you for giving it a shot. Not many people are, which is a little sad, but I appreciate you doing it. Thank you. Sanctify says, honestly, do what you love and we'll love it back. Thank you. Jesus, it took me a long time to fucking to accept that was a thing. Chef says, Panzer Hearts and Katawa Shoujo, underrated series on this channel. I agree. Although I would say that I think Katawa Shoujo is better than Panzer Hearts. I don't know about the series as a series, but the games, I would certainly say Katawa Shoujo is better than Panzer Hearts. But both are great, thank you. I would also lump in Undertale. That one did not get a lot of attention. But there you go. I also worked my ass off for those Kingdom Hearts 3 videos, and nobody fucking watched those things. I have not played any more of Socially Awkward. I don't, other than, I don't think because there's a lot of different games that I've tried like an episode or two about. I even did a few on like Santa Lucia, and I think, what's that? Unfamiliar Travels. I think I did a couple of those, but like, I haven't really delved into a new series other than Katawa Shoujo in a while. Let's see. BriAnna, I'm really looking forward on update to is Shelter. It's pretty funny. I have not played Shelter. I would be interested in hearing more about it. I did do an episode on Password. That's going to be coming up. When is that coming up? I have not edited that yet. That is 3 videos down in the videos I've recorded but not edited yet. I also did the repeat update and the smoke room update for Williams Route. I love the effect your shirt has on the video. Yeah, shirt's a little fucking weird. Paul Diggs, hey Paul. So you think you're done with school? I'm not in school. Oh, you're done. Oh, you were for the visual novel thing. You can never escape school. Yeah, it's always school. Trope of stuff in high school, college, it's overused, sure, but if people are able to do a great job with the writing, it can be great. Absolutely. Cliches by themselves are not a problem. It's if you just rely on them and then not add to it. Like, Repeat. Technically, that's a school story. Has almost nothing to do with the school. It's almost just an excuse to get your characters in a room together. But like, you're almost never in classes. Hell, even Katawa Shoujo, that's way more based in the school, and the school's integral to the plot of the story, but like, you spend like no time in class. It's fucking weird. It's kind of repetitive for sure. Shantalusha, yes. Uncommon Breed, I have not... I believe I looked at that one, and I just decided I wasn't interested at the time. I don't know why. I haven't looked at it. I haven't played any of it. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Is my eye fucking bloodshot? I don't know. Hey, Deck, are you having money problems? Yes, I am. And if you or anyone else can help, I have a PayPal.me link in the description. I lost my income because my store got shut down. So, yeah, and unemployment estimated that I would get nothing in weekly benefits, and I haven't gotten a final decision on whether or not I'm even going to get it in the first place yet. So, yeah, my financial situation's fucked, and that's why we're here. Yay! They should make a Call of Duty visual novel. That would require it to have a story, so they're never going to do that. Jennery McGee, how's it going? By the way, I just graduated from high school. Hey, congratulations! Was that part of like the school year ending? Things. I just saw the Illinois schools got closed for the rest of the academic school year. So did you graduate early, or are you from a part of the world in which that the school year ends in April? Sins of Paradise. What about Sins in Paradise, man? That's a very unique setting. Very unique setting. I also haven't gotten around to playing Sins in Paradise in a while, and I hope you're not upset about that. Now that I'm not streaming things live, I don't have to worry so much about the gratuitous wieners. Especially now that I have the censor bar that you made for me, Paul. Again, thank you very nice. Thank you nice for that. Thank you very much. Christ. Thank you for that. Lordy. But again, my attention's been kept up in trying to not die from work. Don't have to worry about that now, I guess. But also, just fucking the Echo Project stuff has been wrecking me. Do you want to play demos of BL novels like The Divine Speaker? I don't know what a BL visual novel is. We can always explain what that is. They don't pay you for anything for not being able to come to work because of the damn pandemic. Yep, exactly. Yep, they will not pay me. I even asked before this happened, and they're like, all right, what are you going to do for the people who got sent home? And they're like, well, unemployment's an option. And I was like, oh, great. I'll give you a call. I can help, but it's best I call quicker. That way, Discord when you get the chance. Sure. Do you want it to be private? Because if you want, I can just pause. I can just take a break from the live stream, call you real quick, and we can figure things out. Or do you want to do it live on the fucking stream? Also, are we friends on Discord? I just pretty much accept any and all friend requests I get on Discord. So there are people who I'm like, oh, I'm totally friends with them, and then it turns out I haven't accepted their friend request yet. Paul, they don't know where I work. Be careful, Paul. In my country, there are schools that are not closed, but maybe they will come back to the same problem. You're passing by is basically it. BL is boy love. Okay, so if they're of age, then yes, that's the reason why I'm not playing Camp Buddy, is because they fudge the age of the characters, and I don't do that. No. I live in Milwaukee, and I was originally supposed to graduate in May, but our school got shut down, so they send our diploma in the mail. Nice. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to having a ceremony. Yeah, that is tough. I personally didn't care much about the ceremony until I got there, and then when like my family was there, it was actually a big deal. But hopefully, maybe they'll do like a summer one. I know some schools are doing that, but I'm sorry. Carlock. Okay, yeah. Send me a fucking message, and we'll get on the call, and we'll do this live, as long as no personal like banking information's fucking said. Send me a message on Discord, bro. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I got a Discord. Hides mob and torches. Just put them behind the trees or something. Also, yes, I have a Discord server. It is linked in the description. I'm not very active on it. I basically just let everyone on there do their own thing, which has led to a lot of absolute anarchy sometimes. But you know what? That's cool. That's cool. Hey, Dilly! What is up, Dilly? Dilly! Dilly, what's up, Dilly? Dilly, oh my gosh, Dilly, Jesus! Holy shit. Yeah, I'm doing this live, so I can't edit out my fucking belches. Alright, let's get James Swain on the phone. Let me get my earbuds on. Gotta get my earbuds on. Alright, here we go. It's gonna be a voice call. Make sure my settings are good. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah. Well, let me pause the video. I was walking. There you go. All right, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Alrighty. So, I'm going to start working at Alliance Dairy here in a couple of days, and my check will round up to 900.
Nice.
What I can do, yes, what I can do is send you 500 of that through a physical check.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, it's no problem. You've been a source of entertainment for me for quite a while, and it's helped me through a few things, so I'll do what I can to help you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man.
It's no problem.
Then great. Okay, so you're starting there soon, so like it'll probably be like a couple weeks before you get paid, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah, I get paid bi-weekly.
Cool. Well, whenever that gets set up, we'll figure out the mailing and all of that stuff, and we'll get it going, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks. Jesus.
Hey, no problem. If you need me more after that, just let me know, and I'll send some of my other check to you.
Right. Well, and this isn't fucking you up, though, right? Like, you're gonna be able to pay your bills.
Yeah, I really don't get any paying any bills right now. I'm just crashing with a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, they wanted a roommate, so now they got one.
Well, thank you. Yeah, just let me know when that happens, and we'll fucking get that going.
Yeah, I'll make sure to keep you updated on Discord.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, send me a message. People got sending you R's in the chat for respect.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Hey, it's no problem. I'll talk to you later. I gotta make a call, actually.
All right. I'll talk to you later, and thank you again.
Hey, it's no problem. All right. Bye.
Bye. Well, That was awesome. Uh, holy shit. That's gonna fucking help. That's gonna help a lot. God damn. Let's catch up on the chat, I guess. I'm fucking blown away. I'd be able to help if possible. Absolutely, Dilly. I mean, you're already on Patreon, so I appreciate that. Spend all my time in Discord of TA, well, not official, but a while. Join real quick. We go join real quick. Oh, the Discord's over, yeah. Yeah, retweets also acceptable. I appreciate that. Very, very appreciated. Acceptable. Like, oh, it's appreciated. Jesus. There's no way he wear capes. Yeah, god damn. Wow. So that really is gonna help a lot, because like, whew, our unofficial like goal is, I don't want to, it's not really a goal, because it's we don't know how long this is gonna last, right? We don't know, because a lot of the states, mine included, are saying this is gonna take months, and people are saying that there's not gonna be a vaccine for at least a year. Fuck, I'm still. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Dilly. But yeah, so like people are saying this is gonna take months, to get things back up and running, and even a year to get a vaccine, and then fucking the president and some other governors are saying that we need to open up the country in a couple weeks, and there are whole countries elsewhere that have way less than the amount of cases and deaths that are totally shut down for the foreseeable future, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. My IRS check got fucking stalled. I've been trying to do that get my payment thing, and it's just not fucking working. It's just not working. Technical difficulties. And so there's, and that's the thing. People keep saying that like those $1,200 checks, those are government handouts, shit like that. And no, it's not. It's your fucking money. It's tax money being reappropriated to come back to the citizens. And that tax money comes from the citizens. So they're giving our money back to us instead of spending it on other shit that they could be spending it on. So it's not handouts. It's not a gift. It's our fucking money coming back to us. And it's money that, because they passed it in a law, is legally our fucking, is entitled to us. But because the IRS website is incompetently run, my financial security has been put in an unprecedented, what? The IRS accidentally sent a man $8 million? Holy shit. Wish I could have been that guy. Christ. Well, they probably fucked him up too, though. They probably are like, oh, we're going to have all that back, or some shit like that. It will take until fall for sure, unless this is a medical breakthrough. Yeah, no shit. Because, I mean, like, a year turnaround for a pill's clearance is, like, a fast record. Like, that's insanely quick. And also, chloroquine doesn't do dick, all right? It doesn't do anything. It does not work for this. Why wait? Get back to work, everyone. We'll be fine in our bunkers, but you slobs go out into the daily grind. Yeah, no fucking shit, man. That's how it feels. You got all these goddamn CEOs that are oh, and the CEOs and like the celebrities that are like, oh, we're in this together, whatever, and from their fucking mansions on fucking the internet saying about, oh, it's hard, we're staying at home, and then they're in their fucking McMansion, and there are people who are in their homes watching that, and they're like, where I can't pay my bills, what am I fucking gonna do? And it's Goddamn. Dilly, I personally ain't interested in ECA since I'm not really interested in buff men, so I also find the art style weird. Yeah. The art style. Let's get onto a less infuriating story. The art style and extracurricular activities. That's only less infuriating if you're not directly involved. The old art style has a lot of fans. The new art style also has a lot of fans. People don't like change, and people need to get over it. But yeah, people can have their personal preferences on art styles. People can like what they like, and people can dislike what they like. It's fine. Just don't harass creators and tell them what to do with their creations. That makes no sense. It's a terrible thing to do. Dilly says, can I have a moment of silence for an amazing gamer indie wolf who passed away yesterday? Oh. Yeah, let's have a moment of silence for that. I don't know who they are, but yeah, that... Oof. Godspeed. I don't know what to say. Obviously, you don't say anything during a moment of peace, but afterwards, because like, at least with my upbringing in small town Kansas, religion was always a integral part to the language. Like, I remember having to pray before going to bed. I remember having to qualify everything pretty much in terms of how it relates to God and stuff. And I don't have a religious belief anymore. I'm agnostic at best. So I don't really know what. 'Cause I know a lot of people, myself included, find the phrase thoughts and prayers to just be an absolute cop out of a phrase. And I agree. When the phrase thoughts and prayers is used as a substitute for what to do or say during a hardship, I think that, yeah, it can be infuriating, especially when it comes from people who have the ability to make things better. Because if you don't believe a prayer does anything, and thoughts are basically useless unless they're used as motivations for actions, if all you're getting is thoughts and prayers, some people see that as nothing. We're looking at a very tough year together, dudes. Please stay safe, everyone, and wash your hands, paws, feet, nail, hair, hips, heels, Jesus. Yeah. If you don't like something, you don't have to play it. That's totally fine. Ain't no one forcing you to. Let's take a look here. Got a notification on my phone. Whoa. Whoa. Hey. Hope it'll help. Love your voice acting and echo campaign. Thanks. Someone donated via Streamlabs even, and I just got a notification. I don't know if. Holy Jesus! Whoa! Whoa! Holy crap! I'm just getting a whole lot of notifications out of nowhere. Of donate. Good Lord! I don't even know what that is. I don't know what PLN. I don't even know what that denomination of currency is. But B26 cents sent me some coffees. Thank you. Gabriel, watching your channel for a long time. This is my first time in your live stream. Well, I'm sorry that this is such a such a hard time to pop in. Yeah, holy crap. I just got like 7 donations all at once. That's fucking nuts. I don't want to use last names because that, some people get, there's some sensitivities about that. So I'll just say, we just got donations. I'm trying to fucking organize this shit. I just all popped up in all at once. We got 20 PLN. I don't know what PLN is. What is? I can fucking search it right now. What is PLN currency? Poland. The zloty. So that was a Polish currency. So someone sent me 20 Polish currency. Holy crap. Yeah, Furboy just said Polish currency. So someone sent me $20 through there. And then I'm sorry, I'm all kinds of taken aback right now. Loading up. $20 was sent from my mom. $100 from Christopher. Thank you. 49.22. It was, I believe, 51, but then I think coffee took a cut. From Gabriella. That's fucking crazy. Let's go over to coffee because they're sending me messages. I'm getting something over here. Someone bought me a coffee. Let's pull up coffee here. Holy crow. Yeah, of course I want to log in. Good Lord. Open in Chrome, please. Log in. This is terrible content to watch, but 3 minutes. There we go. Keep it up, bud. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. So let's Crime in Italy, man. This is sorry. I'm Kira. That was you. Thank you. Kira is the Christopher that sent me 100. That's fucking incredible. Anything to keep our favorite content creator afloat, man. And that was crazy because it all came all out of all at once. That was fast. Good to see you getting helped out where it sure is needed. We are here for you in your time of need. If someone needs help and I have the ability to do what they need, especially Decker, like I said, quite a few vids have given me the humor that I need. That's man, you're gonna make me cry. I don't want to cry, man. Hi, Bree.
Hey, do you want a sandwich?
That would be awesome.
Okay, because I was I don't know. I'm just eating like so many bologna sandwiches lately.
Oh yeah. Oh, you saw me yesterday. I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just sandwiches are just good right now.
Yeah.
Sandwiches are in season.
Sandwiches are our last bastion of hope at these
Right.
certain times. Do you want like turkey or ham or bologna or what?
Turkey would be nice. I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Thank
I'll
you.
make you a turkey sandwich.
Thank you. You don't have any more makeup. I have the makeup still. I still have the makeup, but I do not currently plan on wearing any. I only wear it when I got the feeling of the femininity in me. Another makeup tutorial from. It wasn't a tutorial. If anything, it was just a display of intense ineptitude. Yeah, you see my mom said that's so cool. Thanks for the donations. The return of Vivian. Vivian never left, motherfucker. That's me. I am Vivian. God damn it. Want to hear Bree's thoughts on my help? I don't think she knows yet. Hey, Bree. Oh, never mind. When you come back, I have stuff to tell you. Yeah, I should have just said it when she was here, but she's gonna come back. She's making me a sandwich. I don't want to eat on the stream.
Do you want mayo?
Sure.
Okay. But what did you want?
So we've got a number of donations that have come in.
You guys fucking rock.
We've had a few. There was one that was 100, and some people who have given, $20-$30 here and there. Someone gave $20 in Polish currency. PayPal's currently trying to figure out how they're going to do that. James on here said he's starting a new job here soon, but because his bills being what they are, when he gets paid, he can send us a physical check for $500.
Oh my god, that's like...
They're live right now.
I get, like... Okay, so one, that's fantastic. But two, I'm like, dude, that's so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on to it. Sorry.
I asked to make sure. He said he's staying with his friend right now, that he doesn't really have a lot of bills. They wanted a roommate. He moved in. And he said if we still need help afterwards, he can help from that one too. And that was from his next check. And it's just like, fuck.
That's absurd. That's
Right? I've been trying to wrap my head around it. And so you add all this up. I haven't added.
Fucking cry.
Yeah, I almost did. If I wasn't live right now, I probably would be. But even my mom donated. Mom sent $20. She's in the chat right now too.
Aw, hi, Mom.
You can have Bree do your makeup. You know, that would be an interesting thing to do on stream. Have you do my makeup?
No, you would be the worst.
I am the worst. I know.
As soon as I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put the eyeliner on your eyeline. You'd be like,
yeah, I cannot have anyone doing anything on my eye except me, and I also hate it. I want to get better at doing it, but I
get squeamish even when I'm putting my contacts in or I touch my own eye.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not good with eye orifices. Orifi. I don't know what is it, orifices?
I would just say fucking eyes.
Eyes.
We should come up with a system for you then. Like maybe a certain type of eyeshadow setup to where you can outline your eyes, but more in like actual eyeshadow rather than pencil.
Well, I like this liquid pencil. I like doing it with this thing. It's the easiest time I've ever had doing it. So I can do it to myself with this thing because it's not a fucking pencil. It's the wetness. It's just I don't know how to do it well.
Well, because you get it like right in the middle of your eyelid. That's not where it's supposed to go.
Well, I don't put it in the middle of my eye. We can talk about this another time.
Thanks for money. I want to make sandwiches.
Have you made mine yet?
No.
Have you even started making mine yet?
Yes, I put bread on the counter.
Okay. The reason I said it is because I realized I am streaming and I don't want to eat on stream. Mm-hmm. Can I get a rain check for that sandwich?
I'll eat 2 sandwiches.
Go right ahead.
Love you.
Love you too. Jesus. Paul, tell Jonathan if he doesn't let you get Krispy Kreme donuts, I am personally going to give him I'm going to rip him a new asshole every time I see a new typo in EA. Every time I play it, as soon as one happens, I will spend 30 minutes going off about it and just blaming him for all the problems in the world every time anything is wrong. Because I know that's his favorite thing. If he doesn't let you get Krispy Kreme donuts, we're gonna bombard his Twitter demanding the Richard route. He wouldn't even notice that. That's just every day for him. Oh fuck, man. Fuck. This is wholesome. This is very wholesome indeed. Oh, what's this? Okay. Sometimes I get the emails from PayPal before I get the actual PayPal notifications. So it was just telling me that that they're figuring it out. Okay, cool. You can't imagine me with makeup, but I would be amazing. I did it on my last live stream. Hey, Al, the Yeen Gamer. What's up? Decker's fine. Vivian's also fine. Vivian's the name I go by in IRL land, but my YouTube username is still DeckerLink, so Decker is still fine. Dude, I know it's not much, but for what you've done for me during my hard times, here's a little Irish slug from me. Thanks. Man, $4.99 from Dilly, thank you. Shit, man. Oh, God. Oh, God, the fucking sound effects are still a thing. I should check to see if the sound effects are even on. Oh, well, I don't know. Oh, hell. Well, this went markedly better than I thought it was. We were just out there in the living room going over a financial situation and just being like, I don't know what we're gonna do. We were like, we might have to apply for a bank loan, shit like that, and the interest rates on those things are fucking killer, and we were really worried about it, and so I was like, I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna see if anyone can help. Hopefully, just hanging out and chatting and just sort of chilling for a little while, even if no one could have donated, it would have been helpful. And to be met with this is just like, holy fuck, man. Well, we just reached the hour mark, the 1 hour mark. Have to go. Send much love and hope all goes well. Well, thank you for being here, Mom. I hope you're feeling better too, because we were gonna do the all of the above with my mom, and we had to postpone because she wasn't feeling well. But I hope you're feeling better, and hopefully we can do that. I mean, I have less on my schedule now, so I want to ask is don't stop being you. Never stop being the amazing person you are. Guys. Ah. I mean, that's... For those who don't know the reference, in this new outro I've been doing recently, because I got tired of spending months on end being like, oh, I don't know what my outro is. I've settled on I'm the trained on professional Decker Link. You are not, and I'll see you next time. That is a reference in part to an infamous gaffe that former President Gerald Ford made during, I believe it was a commercial where he's like, "I'm Gerald Ford and you're not." And I started using it because I said it at one point, it's just like, be you're not me, be you. That's all you should ever want to be, and I hope you are. And it's not easy. It's not easy sometimes, just trying to be yourself, or even knowing what the fuck that means. But as long as that's what you want to do, I mean, that's best. Oh, fuck. I don't know if anyone's noticed. No one seemed to have... Oh yeah, she approves. It's cool. Yeah, I'm fucking... Yeah, 8,000 subscribers. That's fucking nuts. I've been a nerd for presidential history ever since 2007. At one point, I was so obsessed with like record keeping and compiling all these presidential facts that I had handwritten notes that were that thick in the paper stack of all these different presidential facts and lists and all this other stuff. And I was in the middle of compiling them into an electronic form when they all got damaged and I couldn't continue. But there were some things that wouldn't wind up in a spreadsheet for that anyway, because I had done sketches of every president, and like it's really weird to be that obsessed with presidential history, but like, what's the deal with the whole putting emphasis on the stomach thing? See, when I say you can ask me anything, those are the kinds of questions I want. Well, Joshua Mario, let's dive into that. It's a very simple answer. I grew up watching Eager-Raptor cartoons like many people did. And in Metal Gear Solid 2... not Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Awesome 2, there's just one little moment where Snake is like, I would get some cigarettes to aid my stomach! And... It's just a small little reference to something that's said so exaggeratedly and so weirdly that I really enjoy making the small little reference where I can. And so now the word the word stomach is fucking weird. Stomach. Like, what word sounds like that? Like, flummox is the closest I can come to, and that doesn't even rhyme. What's with the yelling of us? That is a two-part reference. The first part reference is to Hunter x Hunter. I just call it Hunter x Hunter, but not everyone does. During the is it Heaven's Tower? I don't remember. It's during the second arc when Heaven's Arena. There we go. During that, the main characters Gon and Killua get trained in the art of Nen and all that other stuff by a guy who a wing who trains them, and they're like, "Yes, sir," is doing arms down and saying "Us," OSU. And they just do it so many times in times where, and he never tells them to do that, mind you. It's Wing already had a pupil who just did that, and so Gon and Killua just started doing that. because I guess that's just what you were supposed to do. Wing never tells them on screen to do that. Maybe they do in the manga. I don't fucking know. I haven't read it. But I remember when Diane, Paul, and Mark put your Sona in Chester's. That still fucking gets me, man. That they put me as an Easter egg in Chester's fucking bedroom in extracurricular activities. Oh god, that fucking was unreal to me. But to finish up the Us thing, it's a reference to Hunter x Hunter. It's also a reference to the WWE tag team, the Usos. Where for a long time they'd come out and because their names are Jimmy and Jay Uso, very similar and very similar words, and they would come out and they were like, "You say oos, you say oh, they would oos," and so they would just be like oos, oh, oos, and so that's the 2-part reference when I just go oos and that type of thing, screaming that. But about that Chester's Room Easter egg thing, like that blew my dick because for those who don't know, right now I'm in this weird thing where I really absolutely adore the works of Howley, who's the person behind the Echo Project, Echo, the Smoke Room, Ad Astra, that type of thing. I absolutely love his work, but thank you. Decker, you've been nothing but real and a joy to watch, so here's my contribution. I really hope it helps. Keep up the great work, you lovable goob. Thanks, man. What the fuck was I? Howley, yes. I really, really love the works in the Echo Project done by Howley, and I would really love to have a conversation with him, but he does not tend to talk to people. He's kind of reclusive. I even was going to interview Howley for All of the Above, but I got deferred to McSkinny, who I also was really keen on talking to, who's a co-writer on Echo. But Howley has talked to other people, but he just won't talk to me, and so I've just got this weird complex of like, what am I doing wrong that's making Howley mad at me? And it's not the first time that's happened. The original person I had that one-sided, it's definitely one-sided because I highly doubt that Howley really actually has anything against me in any way, or that I've done anything against him at all. But originally I had that kind of complex about dying. Because, Because I started playing extracurricular activities really early on at the same time as Repeat. And very early on, Shirokoi reached out, or I reached out to him, or I saw him, he left a comment, whatever, and we connected. And Dine didn't. And I would go on and Blackgate's person behind that, Bane, would reach out to me, and a couple other people, a couple of the devs would, but Dinewolf never did. He never fucking did. And thank you, Raccoon, for reiterating that. As I've said, yes, if you cannot donate financially, please don't feel bad about it. I'm really grateful that you're here. If you can share it, that'd be awesome too. But don't feel the pressure to donate if you are having money problems yourself, or if you don't have money problems, but if you donated that you would have money problems, don't donate if it would cause any sort of damage to you. But yeah, for the longest time, Dine just would not say anything to me or anything like that. And I was worried because eventually when I got really into extracurricular activities, and I was looking past the aesthetics and I was seeing the characters, and you got to remember, EA and Repeat were my first 2 furry visual novels ever. Amorous was a dating sim and also is shit, so I don't count it, but it was the first time I ever really saw a furry visual novel and thought, I love this as a story, and it has sexual stuff in it, but that is part of the story. It's all together, and it's not just either one of those things. But in the beginning, when I was just playing it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? People asked if I could play this after they saw me play Amorous, so I was thinking it was just another porn game, stuff like that. I wasn't giving it any credit. And in those first extracurricular activities episodes, I am not nice. I'm not terrible. I'm not mean or anything, but I didn't know what I was getting into, and I was not taking it seriously, and it was not good. So I was really worried that Dine had maybe seen my first episode and just decided I was no better than what is that fucking? There's this other, I don't remember what his fucking name is, but like, what the hell? I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up because I can't fucking think of what his name is. I don't know why I'm even bothering to do this. Oh yeah, I hadn't even gotten to it, and I remembered. It's Lonely Parasite. He and I had spoken on Twitter a couple times. Had this huge blowout. He was actually a really big dick to me, and I don't really appreciate his content. I just don't. But ever since he was just an absolute asshole to me, I was like, yeah, fuck that guy. And he made a video being really bad to extracurricular activities. And so apparently what had happened is that Dine had seen that video, or maybe there was another video. Yeah, there was another video as well that was just like really weird and not cool to it. And so he was just like, I don't want to be a part of this. He was making him feel bad about it. So he just didn't watch what I had done until I got to 100 fucking episodes. And what turned out was that he was like, okay, if he was just here to take the piss, he would not have played for 100 fucking episodes. So I was live streaming that 100th episode, and he popped up. He popped in the chat, and he said hi, and I was like, oh my god! And it was so cathartic because I had spent years playing his game for that long, for 100 fucking episodes, and then finally he popped in and it was so nice, and now he's like a friend of mine, and it's so cool. We must be an essential employee and have a job as a cool person like that. Aw, thank you guys. Also, thank you, Al, for being an essential employee. Those are people who are really in the thick of it right now. So thank you for doing what you're doing, regardless of the donation, which also thank you for that. But like anyone who's out there working through this thing and is doing something that is essential to society, like thank you for being there during this time, because it is fucking hard. Lovely Parasite, I've heard of them. Apparently I was subbed to them for a while. IDK went, yeah, there was not a cool person. Hopefully they're doing better now. That was cool that he even joined the stream. Yeah, he was fucking... Yeah, when he popped in, he was like, I guess I should say something. And I was like, yes! Oh my god. I remember when we went on huge rants because of how forward Darius was, and that was funny as hell. Yeah. Like, just fucking go super bass, just fucking... I don't know if you heard any of that shit, but yeah. So that's something about when you're writing something for so many years, your writing style will change, and the characters and story you're writing will also change. And that's why, like, people who are writing a book will constantly go from where they are, go back, rework something, whatever. But because of the way that, like, these visual novels are, like, shirt, would you please stop? The way these visual novels are coming out, where they're you got to have another update progressing the story. You don't really have a lot of time to go back and change stuff. And if you change stuff in RenP, all the save files for everyone going forward are fucked, and it's just a big mess. And of course, you have to deal with the public backlash of people being like, oh, you changed the thing I liked, and I don't like that, so now you are the devil. And it's... So the people that are making these visual novels and putting them out incrementally like that, they're not given near the creative freedom that a normal author of like a book, like a physical, like just words novel, they don't get near the allowances they do. I love how the Keeper says, I love how so many visual novel creators talk to you now, are some practically your friends now. That must be so cool, especially the ones that you admire and love their stuff. It is fucking trippy. It's so trippy. I still have this complex where I'm like, I shouldn't bother them. I don't want to, and like, I've played Jackbox TV with Dine and Paul. I have had many a extremely personal and explicit conversations with like Basket and Shiro, and it's like, these are people whose works I deeply admire and respect, and that's the thing, is for people that you find extraordinary or whose works you find extraordinary, they are just that, what I said at the beginning, they are people. And you got to remember that. And they have to remember that, because as soon as anyone loses sight of the fact that people are just people, then that creates a false dynamic. Unfortunately, these people are fantastic. Just fantastic as people and at what they do, and it's awesome that they would give me any time of day. And also, record says, and also it isn't so a problem, Al. Seeing Decker do well is important to me as well, and thank you for being an essential employee and keeping the world moving during these rough times. Abso-fucking-lutely. Dilly says, can I say I love the explicit cover made by Paul? I do too. It is awesome. Hello, Ebane. B26 Son, if I may ask, since I'm a noob in technology, where did you get your microphone and camera? My microphone, you can kind of see it here. It's just this part. It is the Blue Snowball, and I got the Blue Snowball on Amazon. It's a pretty cheap USB microphone, but it's like not as cheap as you could go, obviously, but it's probably for starting out just doing streaming where you don't need high audio quality. It's probably the best value you could get, like a Blue Snowball or Blue Yeti USB microphone. It's cheap but good. Like the cheaper you go, the less good it gets. And the more expensive you go, the better it tends to be. This is probably near the middle of that. And I am using for webcam, I'm using a Razer something. I don't know what the fuck this webcam is. Where I work, they sell these. It's the one with like the ring light. And a coworker of mine had actually bought it. He would flip it while he had his employee discount. He would buy something and then with his discount, sell it at normal price to someone else, or he would trade. He would get stuff from other people and trade it to get trade credit from the store. It was nuts. And he offered to sell me this for half the price the store was selling it for. So it's like a $80 webcam at the time, and he sold it to me for like $35. It was nuts, and it was way better than the webcam I was using before. Although the ring light does get a little obnoxious at times. So that's my setup and how I got them. Alien Gamer at Decker, I appreciate the thanks, Decker, thank you, but I'll be honest, I just load and unload people's bags on and off airplanes. Dude, that's really important. You know how fucked up people get? Of course you know how fucked up people get if anything in their bag gets lost, broken, or mishandled. Like, that is really important stuff that you don't get near enough credit for the shit you do because you're supposed to be kind of in the background. People just put their bag on a conveyor belt and just never think about it until they get to where they get, and it just magically is there. That's one of the tough things about an essential service that is supposed to be invisible and of sorts. You don't get the credit you deserve. Well, thank you to you and any and all airplane bag handlers. Y'all motherfuckers are lifesavers, because if people didn't have the shit they needed when they get to wherever the hell they're going in the country, that fucks things up severely. So yeah, thank you for doing your job. The Keeper, it's the point where Dine even bought y'all a pizza even. That was fucking hilarious. Bri was just like, I need a Domino's pizza. We didn't have money for food. And he fucking bought us a pizza. Like, that's fucking nuts. Raccoon, I love the musical pieces in the VNs usually. I would compliment one piece a lot currently, but that would be spoilers. No one likes spoilers. Absolutely. No spoilers here. But do also shout out to CV4, Civic Variants, for they do a lot of work on Tennis Ace and a lot of other various visual novels, who they also did the fucking theme for me on my outro, and they've also done other songs that I've used. They're a phenomenal talent, one of the nicest motherfuckers out there. CV4, I don't know if you're here or not, but check them out. Their link is in the description as well. Fantastic person. Man, that microphone, it seriously is something I should get one day. Would be useful. I agree. It would be nice. I have another microphone from back in the day, but I don't have like an audio interface. And I don't know if the microphone is broken. I got it really cheap, like suspiciously cheap. So, I don't know. The Blue Snowball sounds like a rival strip club to Dynamite Springs. Yeah. So Decker, one thing I remember is your idea for a V, and I'm excited to see eventually if you ever do it. I need to be a great storyteller. I'm a great storyteller when I know my medium. And I'm also not a great storyteller in my opinion, but I appreciate you saying that. It takes a certain set of skills to know how to use your medium appropriately. Because, if you're a fantastic paint on a mural artist, doesn't mean you'd be great at like a newspaper comic. It's a different medium. Razor Clio is the name of your webcam. That sounds right. And also, why the fuck do you know that? That's creepy. Thank you, Son of Psyops. Back to Dilly at Decker. I have to work with mounted patrol horses, so I'm not just for the people, I'm for the horses. Well, I'm sure the horses appreciate you too. James Swain, well, if the dairy's still up and running and hiring, milk must be an essential resource. I would say so. Dude, when fucking I heard that there's farmers who have to dump like hundreds of gallons of milk because they can't sell it right now, like that fucking hurts. I come from farm country. I know there are farmers out there that basically rely on every sale to get them to the next crop. And these are people who don't have career prospects outside of this. Some people have only ever worked the farm. They worked the farm they grew up on, went and got their own fucking farm. It's not like they can go be a fucking... they're not going to go and be the CEO of Apple or anything like that. I'm not calling them stupid. I'm just saying that's all they've known. And there's a lifestyle that comes with being a farmer. You can't just go from that to living in an apartment in the city. When you're on a farm, you're by yourself with a lot of land, getting used to traveling long distances to get the essentials that you need and relying on your ability to make most of the resources that you use. That is a fucking lifestyle that you can't just break out of as soon as things go bad, especially since someone's got to buy that fucking land if you can't maintain it. And I don't know about you, but there's not a lot of fucking people who are itching to be farmers right now. So selling farmland can be extremely fucking difficult. So, fuck, the farmers need a lot of goddamn help, and I'm so upset that they're getting dealt such a hard hand right now. And I really hate the fact that they're used as bargaining chips in fucking embargo wars and fucking trade wars and all this stupid shit. that the government likes to pull on them. They'll subsidize certain things, or they'll take away incentives for another things, and they fuck with the farmers so much because they know they can do whatever they want because the farmers are fucking stuck. I feel for farmers. I have much sympathy for farmers. I highly respect for farmers. Wait, did you say work on Tennis Ace? Yeah, CV4 worked on Tennis Ace. They made some songs in Tennis Ace. Joshua Mario, it's crazy because my mom says I'm a hero, all because I'm a Turker? I imagine that's trucker. Truckers are extremely important too. Shit. I mean, how the fuck are they going to get the stuff on farms to the grocery store? Like, transportation infrastructure is extremely essential, and the transportation of resources is a heroic task. It's long, lonely hours. You're at risk for wrecks and damages. You're staying in hotels sometimes, or just sleeping in your fucking truck on the side of the road. You're exposed to the elements. You're exposed to any number of incredibly hard to predict variables, such as the weather, traffic conditions, or pandemics. You know, you got to deal with and you got to weigh your stuff, and you're severely underpaid, and you're in a field that is constantly being talked about being made obsolete by automatic drivers, which I don't think is going to happen to truck drivers as much. Maybe just the highways in the future, but like inner city driving for automatic driving is way not soon to happen. Either way, yeah, truck drivers, very essential service. Absolutely, Al. Abso-fucking-lutely, Al. It's interesting to see it is. Without farmers, we wouldn't have all the produce we have in stores. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Raccoon says, that's cool. I may honestly have a feeling that I may know a person that knows CV4. Yeah, you know me, and I know CV4. And I have a feeling also that I know what pieces they worked on. Yeah. Maybe. They're fucking fantastic. They're really good and really humble too. Keeper says, also my dad used to be a truck driver. I used to go with him for an entire month during the summer when I was younger and when he used to work. It was really interesting to see the entire country. Yeah, it can be fun to travel and to do these things. Of course, as a truck driver, you don't really get to like stop at every, tourist trap, but like you do get to see different areas and stuff like that. You get to see a wide variety of stuff. It's just, like you said, months at a time being away from home, being in your truck, everyone on the road is an asshole to you because they're trying to get around the semi truck, and like they're just doing their fucking jobs. Then when you get into the city, if you want to see a person struggle to do their job but exceed on it, watch videos of like semis having to dock at like their loading bays, because getting an 18-wheeler into these little cramped fucking alleys, like you got to be really good at what you do. And semi truck drivers by and large tend to be really good at what they fucking do if they're in their jobs for very long. So that, yeah, high respect for them. If you're on the fucking highway driving around and you give shit to a semi driver for going too slow or anything like that, no, fuck that. Always steer clear, make room for the semi-truck drivers. I don't care what rush you're in. If it isn't life and death, give them the leeway they need. They deserve the fucking patience. Let's see here. I love the kawaii strawberry and how I used to cover a certain scene. Yeah. The fruit bats. Those are the fruit bats. The strawberry is probably my favorite one. But there's a whole assortment of different fruits with bat wings. Those are fruit bats that Bri made. Very cute things. I use them to censor content that is not YouTube appropriate. That's why I love what the green screen does to a water bottle. It's nuts. Timmy Sandoval. Sandoval. Keeper says, I remember when I was on the top bunk, it was a double bunk, and I wasn't strapped in, and my dad had to stop really hard, so I flew off and hit the stick shift on the floor and kind of got stuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. There are some trucks that in the truck itself has like a bed or something, places to stay, and so sometimes it can be kind of nice to have those, but still, like, if you got a family at home, for most people that aren't nomadic by nature, they would prefer to be in a bed with their, fucking wife or whatever, instead of, in a truck by the side of the road. So many semis get hit by reckless drivers. It's nuts. Is extracurricular activities an app for the phone? Yes, there is an Android version, I believe. I don't know if there's an iPhone version. You'd have to check the itch.io page for that. Hey Decker, do you or anyone else here knows any good visual novels for the phone? Samsung J7, if the model matters. A lot of the visual novels I play have Android builds. I believe, as I just said, Extracurricular Activities has one. I believe Repeat and Tennis Ace do. I don't know for sure. If you see a visual novel, for example, that I've played that you would like to try on your phone, in every video of a visual novel, whether I like the game or not, I put either the itch.io page or the Patreon page. And the Patreon page is usually linked to the itch.io pages. You go there and you can see download a version that's built for your phone. There'll be a little symbol that'll show an Android build, and you can do it that way. In fact, I have the itch.io pages bookmarked for easy access. Let's see. Yeah, Adastra has an Android build. How about the Smoke Room? So does the Smoke Room. Is that? No, that one doesn't have the little icon, so I don't know for sure. What about Echo itself? Echo does. And that one also has an iPhone version, or at least a Mac version, I don't know. Yeah, RenP allows for Android builds. So yeah, there's whole lot of visual novels you can play on your phone. I've never tried that, but I'm not usually a phone. I play one game on my phone, by and large. Sometimes I play solitaire. Not solitaire. I play Mahjong on my phone sometimes, but I haven't in a while. By and large, I play one mobile game. It's called WWE Champions. It's basically Bejeweled with wrestling. It's actually, it can be kind of enjoyable. It's mostly just a fucking Bejeweled grind fest, but I enjoy Bejeweled and I like wrestling, so it works. I've played it every day for multiple years. It's nuts. Minotaur Hotel recently got one. I don't know what that is, but cool. Paul says you may need to download an APK installer app in order to play. I don't know what that means, but there you go. Yes, my forehead turns green when I get too close sometimes. It's just a weird thing with the green screen. It's at a point where if I decrease the green screen quality, I just get way too fuzzy. Like you can even see around my arms a little bit. If I just stand still, you can see there's a little bit of like fuzziness that if I turn down the green screen effect anymore, I'll just get a lot more of that. It's because this isn't a proper green screen. These are green foam panels that are not even really attached all that well. Just with like one sticky. Let me fucking... Whoa. That's weird. That's why, like, I don't know if anyone's noticed it, but I certainly fucking do. You see that little line there? It's kind of hard to see what with the green background. But that is this. There is a small little inconsistency in the paneling that I think I just solved. Yeah, I just fixed it. Woo. Fuck. Which program do you use to record and edit videos? I use OBS to record and stream. This is the same setup I use for that. And for editing, I'm currently stuck with a piece of shit program called VideoPad Video Editor. I hate this fucking program and I do not recommend it. I bought an older build so it would be cheaper, and it shows. I can honestly say if I would, oh my God, I think I got I think Ivy sent me a pirated version of Vegas, but I'm too scared to fucking try it. I haven't actually tried it. Also, thank you, Chef. $5 donation. Minotaur Hotel is great. You should check it out in the future. Well, thank you. I will look into that. Did she send me? Was it Adobe Vegas or Adobe Premiere? What the fuck did she send me? She sent me some. Oh, she sent me some. You know what I'm saying? No, I love Ivy. She's fantastic. I don't want to insinuate anything like that. I'm looking through my downloads trying to see where the fuck that is. That might be a bit too far back. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's what I currently use. Parting Yarhar. Hey Decker Link, would you ever consider doing a live D&D stream? I would, absolutely, if we could do it right. I'm a little fucked up because I have watched Harmon Quest, which has made me like have a complex about if I can't do it as good as them, then I don't want to do it at all, which is stupid. I don't like thinking like that. It's a great quote. I don't remember who said it. They were like, never compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Very tempting to do when you're doing something in a similar field, but yeah. But I have done D&D plenty of times, both as a player and a DM. I have attempted doing recordings of D&Ds before, but it's difficult. I've also had some troubles with various D&D groups I've been in the past. And I currently do not have one. I did have one, but there were so many problems I had to leave, and I believe there was one in works with Paul, but I haven't really heard anything about that in a while. I have a mixed history with D&D because I did. You can get me a legit version of Vegas on Steam. I'm not talking about new Vegas. I'm talking about like Sony Vegas, the editing software. But I appreciate the offer. Is it true when you go from player to DM, there's no going back? That is not true in my case. But I know of some people who just cannot make the transition. One of my old DMs, I've had two different DMs named Kyle, and I've only seen one of them go from DM to player, and he couldn't do it. He could not. He was thinking like a DM. He was thinking like how he DMs, where there's always something around every corner and there's something to find, and he couldn't accept it when something was just at what it appeared to be. And so it led to him taking up huge amounts of time being like, I check under this plate, I check under this thing, and I'm going to roll for perception, I'm going to get all this other stuff. And it was like, good Lord. The editing software is on Steam? Well, sure. I don't know how the fuck that works, but sure, I would appreciate it if whenever it's on sale next, if you could give me a copy of that, that'd be awesome. Thank you, B26-san. I thank you for being here. Thank you for your help. And you stay awesome too. But yeah, I did. I've DM'd 4 times in my life. I don't count like one-on-one roleplay versions, even if it's of a D&D campaign of mine. I've done. It's a little dumb, but I did do 2 different sessions of a Five Nights at Freddy's D&D. Okay, hear me out on this one. So I was doing, yes, Baldur's Gate is actually based in the world of D&D. It's really cool to see D&D characters animated and interactive in a game like that. But I have not played it myself, but I saw a kick-ass trailer, and it was fucking nuts. But it was during my second ever D&D group. We had this years-long campaign. And most of our characters were the original characters we started off with. And, oh, what? Yeah, no shit, right? And so we were really attached to these characters, but we were getting a little burnt out. And so one time I was hanging out on a day where we normally would have been doing D&D, but we wanted to take a little bit of a break because we were doing it every week. And we were all in college, all had jobs, and we really just didn't want to take a break, but we had to. Because some sessions were just turning into shut the fuck up and just not good. But I was hanging out with my friend Caleb and the DM Kyle. And I had an idea because we just so happened to have 7 player characters. And if you don't know, in the original Five Nights at Freddy's game, which was the only one out at the time, that's how far back this goes, there are 7 nights in Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I know. So, I had the idea. What if you can't really roll a D7. There's not really a D7, but you could do a random number generator. Same effect. And everyone would be assigned a number. Or everyone would be assigned a number between 1 and 7. And we would roll 2 D7s. What we would do is we would roll the first D7. That would decide which character we're talking about. And the second D7 would determine what night they go into. I don't know if that's... And actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think we just went like, oh, night 1, who gets it? Roll a D7. Necromancer is just a healer who happens to go last in the turn order. Keep winding that music, but there wasn't a music box in the original one. That would have been a really fucking annoying thing to do in D&D, is that wind the fucking music box. But, because it was annoying in the game. But, oh, that's awkward. She's watching an episode of Katawa Shoujo, so I'm hearing my voice out there while I'm doing. Oh, that's fucking weird. I don't like that shit. But so yeah, it was night 1 through 7. Roll a d7. Everyone had a side number, and one character from our normal campaign would be plucked out of the world magically. The eventual explanation, it wasn't planned, it was just for fun, but the eventual explanation was, since our D&D was a homebrew based in the Elder Scrolls, that Sheogorath was just like, ha, fuck you, and so he would just take one of our characters, 1 per night, and they would spend a night away from a normal campaign in one of the nights of Five Nights at Freddy's. And they had to survive. The way they would win is by either making it to 6 a.m. or if they escape the building, because the fucking game doesn't extend out past the building. So, yeah, she's watching Kitawa Shoujo there. It's fucking weird. But, it was really fun. And it wound up because one of the characters escaped through the wall that some people came in during the day and like were setting up like gang hideouts, and it eventually turned into a gang warfare. And then at night the fucking robots would come to life, and it was really funny to see which characters could survive, because each night would get more and more difficult, obviously. It was a fucking mess, but it was fun. And I did that once with just Caleb and Kyle, and then I did another one where everyone was playing their own individual characters because, you know, it's better that way to have everyone playing their own characters, one per night. And both times it was really fun. I don't think I could ever do it again, but it was really fun. And then, oh, hello. Hey, got a $15 donation from Christian. Thank you. Let's open this up here. Yay. And I believe it was from Coffee. Just found your channel when you started Katawa Shoujo. Hey, wow, someone found me from Katawa Shoujo. That's awesome. That's really fucking cool. It's fucking fantastic. Wow. That's so fucking cool. That is really surprising to me that someone found my channel from a series that is doing rather poorly in terms of like numbers, but like people who are watching it are by and large enjoying it. So it's kind of validating, you know. Did you hear what's going on with The Last of Us Part 2? I have not, though I probably should have given my profession. Here we go. All right. That's fucking cool. That's so fucking cool, man. Accept that. All right. The second times, the third and fourth times I've ever DM'd was a story that I had been working on. Yeah. I think it's Bonanza. Yeah, Bonanza. Yeah, Paul even fucking got it. It was, you love Katawa Shoujo. Just thank you. I'm so fucking been starving for Katawa Shoujo content for the last couple of years. Wow. Well, thank you, Somebody. I'm sorry. I haven't even played anything on this fucking stream. I'm literally just talking, and the fact that y'all are sitting through all this and not hating it is awesome. Yeah, Katawa is exploring kind of a more taboo subject in such a great hearted manner. Absolutely. It's really nice. What is Katawa Shoujo about exactly? I haven't checked it out. Katawa Shoujo is a story about a guy who, into his high school life, develops a disability that is life-altering. It's arrhythmia. And he gets transferred by his parents to a school specifically designed for people with disabilities, where there's medical staff on hand and people are more consciously aware of people who have a variety of disabilities, be it physical limitations, mental limitations, stuff like that. And Katawa Shoujo follows your life as you go into that school and adjust your life accordingly, still trying to get through school and explore your love life, possibly, if and someone takes an interest to you, stuff like that. So it's a visual novel / dating sim set in a school for the disabled. And yeah, it's handled with a lot of tact. I've seen a few screenshots from the route in which you're purposely an asshole, and it's funny, but when you actually give it a shot, it's really fucking well done. It's really grown on me. That's why I haven't stopped, despite the fact that most episodes don't even go above 100 views anymore. Anyway, I was talking about my D&D. I'd been workshopping an idea, a story idea, that I actually am also thinking of turning into a visual novel. Possibly, don't hold me to that, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to RenP or even visual storytelling at all. But, sorry, all of a sudden out of breath. I've been working on this story in my head since I was in, I believe, since I was a freshman in high school. So that would be 2009. And, I haven't, like, worked on it every day since then, but, like, it's been in my head ever since then. And an opportunity came up in my second D&D group, which was my longest running D&D group, to do a different campaign because we had ended our long running one. So I stepped up to do my first ever full run attempt at a DM position because I had done the Five Nights at Freddy's ones, but this one would be real. And so I gave it a shot, and I learned a lot of lessons about what to and to not do. By and large, people enjoyed my storytelling. They enjoyed my world building, but what they did not enjoy was, I didn't put enough preparation in. I didn't put enough forward thought into where things could go, and I did not do near enough to keep people on track. And eventually we had to quit that campaign because it really just did not pan out. But I wound up running that story again with a different group about a couple years later, and I did a lot more preparation. I did a lot more trying to keep people on track. I also worked with people who were less chaotic in nature. And the story, in every session, everyone said they were having fun, they were enjoying it. And I had a lot of fun doing it too. Really enjoyed it. And it really only ended because we had to stop meeting up because, people were working a lot, and we got the dog, and the dog would not take kindly to being in a cage where there were a bunch of strangers in the house, and then we moved, and so we really never got to give it a full shot. But every time we met and we did that game, we had a lot of fun doing it, and it sucks sometimes when I remember how much fun we had playing, and the absolute it felt so nice to have people experiencing a story you've been working on so hard for so long, and people enjoying it consistently. It was just great, and I miss that. It's part of living up here that I've had to get used to. Is I don't have any biological family members up here. I have a few people of Bree's family that I'm getting close to, that I enjoy. Some members of Bree's family that I am not close to and do not enjoy, and that do not enjoy me. But that's what happens when you try to get people to be what they're not, and you hope that they're going to be better than they are. Smile. There, you can see all my fucked up teeth. But being up here, the only friends I have up here in IRL zone are just coworkers that don't mind me as much, but none of my I've had one time where I got to hang out with a coworker outside of work, and that was nice. I haven't seen them since. Well, no, I did work with them a couple of times, and then I quit that job. And I haven't really seen them since. And then, of course, now no one's hanging out with anyone, so this makes sense. I don't know what it is, but having your stream on the background is so relaxing, even if I'm stuff. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I am glad you're enjoying it, even if it's only kind of a background thing. I understand that. Hell, when I'm editing, most of the time I'm editing with the actual editing going on in the background. What I'll do is I've edited so many episodes of various visual novels that I know what I sound like when I fuck up. And I know what I sound like when I take too long of a pause. And I don't have things from so long ago that I can't remember if there was something I need to pay attention to in the edit. So, what I basically do is when I'm editing, I'm playing my Bejeweled wrestling game. Doesn't take a lot of thought, doesn't take a lot of mental space to do that. And so because of that, I can kind of get away with only kind of listening to what I'm editing to. And fortunately, because all I'm doing is talking, I don't even have to put in the game or manage all that other stuff. I can just sort of listen to the stuff in the background and kind of be fine with it. So that's basically my editing process. I'm using 2 screens, LMAO, watching your stream and chatting on the TA Discord server. It's chill. Yeah, it is chill. I'm using 2 screens too, although not for a whole lot, because on the screen I have over here, I have OBS open, and then over here I have the live dashboard with the chat. Bejeweled Wrestling Let's Play when I fucking learn how to record on my phone. And even then, I don't know that anyone would find that interesting in the slightest. I could show my build, I guess. I've played the game every day for multiple years. I think 3 now. So, yeah, surely there's got to be something worth showing there. The Keeper says, I have never DM'd before, but I have a story I want to do based on certain aspects of Wind Waker. Mostly being water and land, only land or islands. I want to learn to DM to do it. You learn to DM by DMing. So find a group of people that's patient and willing. And then just my best recommendations for being a DM is know what you want to do and prepare as best you can for your players not at all doing what you want them to do. And if you're not good at improvising, get better at improvising. Because there's going to be stuff that you could not have possibly prepared for that they're going to want to say or do, and they're not going to like hearing you say no all the time. You'll be my friend IRL with me. Telling me where you live. I'm taking the first flight out. I'm in Chicago, man. That's as best as I can, as specific as I'm willing to get. Don't think I'd be interested in it. Personally, seeing wrestling is a no-go from me. That's fine. Whatever you're into. Or not into, I guess. But whatever you enjoy, you should definitely do, man. Even if people don't like it, the people who care about your content the most shall stay. Well, thank you. Hey, V, have you played DMC5? I can still hear her listening to Katawa Shoujo in the other room. And she's just doing a part where I'm fucking doing Kenji's voice, and it's fucking weird. Have you played DMC5? I have not. I remember watching my brother play Devil May Cry back in the day. I've not played any of them myself, though I want to. And I enjoy the series. But I haven't seen anything past the 3rd one. And then I remember one, they changed the design, or maybe it was a different character. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with that series at all. I don't know at all. Oh, Christ. I've never gotten used to hearing people or watching people watch my stuff, which is so weird because when I do that, it's awkward for me, but if they enjoy it, it makes me cry from happiness every time. Like, it's just an automatic thing. But if they don't enjoy it, it's extremely awkward and it hurts really bad. I spend so much time on this pastime, this hobby, this creative pursuit, that when people enjoy it to a degree that, say, y'all do or anything like that, and they show me that, god damn, man, it fucking warms my heart. I remember if people can, like, if they leave comments referencing something that happened in the video, it's weird. I absolutely adore every comment I get, if it's not spam or bad, whatever. But, like, if they leave a comment referencing something that happened in the video, those, like, are, like, double points, I guess, if I was to phrase it in a certain way. Because, like, that proves they actually watched it. And to a paranoid, like, do they really like me? I don't know, kind of thing. Like, that means a lot. Of course, I don't know why. Hey, €2. Okay, how's this card not empty yet? Wow. Thank you, Raccoon. I appreciate that. It is almost 9. It is past 9 o'clock now. I've been streaming for just over 2 hours. Jesus, I can hear me in the other room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I love the unseasonal Santa hat on Raccoon. Yeah. I have my Santa. I have my Santa hat too. Oh, there's shit breaking everywhere. Oh, Lordy McCurdy. Yay. Personally, my favorite moments were you getting scared and echo at the freaky imagery. So that sounds bad. Oh, no, I feel ya. Because those are some of the more memorable moments for me as well. Imagery really fucked with me personally. Ideas, if you describe something creepy as shit to me, the imagery in my head will be way worse than any image you could probably show me, and so it fucks me up. Well, if you do game the DMC series, stay away from the reboot. It's really bad. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas. Al says that Decker, Chicago is definitely a place I am told I need to visit, and being able to hang out with you would be an awesome bonus, but I understand being weary of strangers. Yeah, I would just be weary of thinking that hanging out with me would be fun. Because this is all I do. I basically just talk forever. I don't go out and do things. I don't have a nightlife. I get tired fast from social interaction. And I rarely leave my house, even without a quarantine. So it's like, I can't imagine hanging out with me would be that much of a rip-roaring time unless you have stuff to do. Because if it was left up to me, most of the times I'd just be hanging out, chatting. Like, that's about it. I'm so boring. Are we having an unexpected late Christmas party here in the stream now? Fuck yeah! No, Jesus. Would you ever do a horror-themed RPG? Sure. I just don't. I mean, I remember what kind of got me into watching Markiplier back in the day was him doing the RPG Maker horror game, horror-themed RPG Maker games. I liked those. I liked those a lot, but I don't know how I would do with those. I feel like I wouldn't know what to say. Because most of the time I'm just reading dialogue with visual novels. If I don't say much, I feel like I'm just spending time doing nothing. It's weird. Hanging out with you is fun. You'd make a great storyteller. Well, thank you. Keep says, hey, listening to you talk is really enjoyable. So hanging out with you and just listening to you talk would be fun enough for me. Well, I appreciate that. Because I am definitely more of a talker than a listener, unfortunately. I'm just... my mouth is bigger than my ears, and I don't have a good attention span whatsoever. I will say, I'd count this as a hangout with viewers. Absolutely. What I am running out of energy. I'm getting really tired. Yeah, there you go. I want to do this again, and especially since I'm at home now, this might be a more regular thing. And so I'll see what happens. But as far as tonight's stream is concerned, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I started this pretty late in the day. If I do this again, either tomorrow or in the future, I'll try to do it more in the middle of the day. We'll see. But for right now, I gotta be done. I am running on fumes right now. It's been an emotional roller coaster, and I really appreciate you all being here and hanging out and being so generous and nice with your words and donations or anything like that. It's been an absolute fucking blast having you here. 3 a.m. for you, Jesus. Yeah, you guys are fucking awesome, and I hope that I continue to make this enjoyable for you. So I will see you all next time, all right? Bye, everyone.